we are live on YouTube. First of all, good evening, everybody. And tonight we're going to talk about religion. I have here talkers Claudia and Tiago. Let me introduce myself real quick, and then you guys can do the same, please. And then we'll start answering question number one. So, this is Leandro. I am 35 years old, live here in the south of Brazil, near Florianópolis city, Santa Catarina state. I've been here for a while as a talker and recently as a host. Recently, I meant recently, I mean since 2023, so it's been a while. And there's nothing really interesting about me in regards of my job. I work with IT infrastructure for more than 18 years, and I'm married, have two kids, so that's it. Why don't you, Claudia, introduce yourself, and then Tiago, please?
Okay, so my name is Claudia. I'm from Pinhais. Pinhais is a city near Curitiba, and I'm 45. I am married. I have two kids, one son and one daughter. I work as an operational manager in an international company. I have been here at TALKNTALK to improve my English conversation because I use this at my work, and well, I think that's it.
Nice, thanks. What about you, Tiago?
So, good evening for everybody. My name is Thiago. I'm 25 years old. I live and born in São Paulo, Brazil, the capital, the North Zone specifically. I work with logistics. I'm a student. I have been studying system information for IT field. I'm here in TALKNTALK to improve, like Claudia, my conversation, my English skills, and grow up and build this idea to English in my life. That's it.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, both
Thanks
of
so
you.
much.
And let's do it. So, question number one, what is the difference between religion and faith to you? Can you be a spiritual person without belonging to a church, Claudia?
Oh, let's see if I am able and if I have enough words to talk about this.
Don't worry about it.
It's not a topic that we talk usually. Yes, maybe some words I don't have. So the difference between religion and faith, I think in the religion we always needed to follow some rules for the religion that we are. There are rules. There are some. Let me see. Some things that you should do according to that religion, and faith. You are. I think you are free to feel the spiritually um, in a different way. You don't need to see or to do things like this. You can open your mind and understand what the faith means to you, and what you should do based on what you believe. So for me, it's there is a difference between them, and for sure, people are spiritual without belonging to a church. This is the reason that the numbers we saw in the short video, that a lot of people that don't be a part of any religion, but has the spirituality. So it's a different thing. It doesn't mean that you need to be or to belong some church to believe even in God or in other kind of power. I think this is the difference for me.
Nice. Thanks, Claudia. And you, Thiago, what do you think about this question?
Well, this conversation in Portuguese is so tough. Imagine in English. So let's start. Yeah, I have a difference between the faith and the religion. In my opinion, guys, the religion is more a journey, a way to a script to be followed, to be followed. Do you have the Bible, or the another religions have some script, some book to read as well. So in the faith is more the energy, the power, not just specifically in God or some power godless, but in the faith in yourself, in someone, in a place, or uh, anything is about all the faith. So I believe the religion, of course, the people like to follow something to be more safe or good to. It is, I think, is important to have some goals, a target to follow, and it's good to the people follow this idea. And the faith, of course, the faith is in general. It's not specifically something, but in general.
Nice, nice. Thanks for your thoughts on this question. And in my opinion, I believe, of course, there's a huge difference between religion and faith. And how can I put this together? Well, it seems like religion is a kind of a guidance, okay? So it depends in what you it depends in what you believe. It depends if you fit to this specific religion, this specific um, traditions. We have a lot of people that have no option. I mean, they have born and raised in this religion, and sometimes they don't have free will to choose something different, or if they choose something different, they have consequences, hard consequences sometimes. And when it comes to faith, you can consider yourself an atheist, and you still believe in something. You can believe in the sun, you can believe in the earth, you can believe in a star. Have a lot of stuff, different stuff out there. So there's a huge difference. And of course, you can also be a spiritual person without belonging to a church. Sometimes it's even harder belong to a church because it's a community stuff, and it's hard to get along with all the people. And sometimes we have a lot of hypocrisy, and people that are they it seems they are there doing their best, but on the other hand, when nobody's seeing them, they are committing crimes, committing they are doing harm to different people, so sometimes you show yourself to everybody else like correct people, religious people, but you are doing mad stuff, evil stuff. So a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, or they don't combine with the lifestyle that you are showing in your community, in your religion. So in my opinion, yeah, there's a difference, huge difference. And yes, the second time is possible to be spiritual without belonging to a church, right? Tiago, why don't you read and answer the question number 2? Do you have the questions?
And no, it's available
No?
in the chat. No,
No, it's
sorry.
available on the planner. Do you have
Let
the
let
access to the?
let me check.
Don't worry
Sorry,
about that.
because
We, we,
I saw very quickly.
don't worry, don't worry. Claudia, do you mind read and answer question number 2, and then Tiago can answer as well?
Okay. How important is religion in your country? Does it change the way people act or dress? Yes, I think for here in Brazil, religion is very important, and there are many religions here. The most of them, I think, it's Christian, and how it's changed the way people act or dress. Some religions have their own rules to follow it, like a kind of dress or kind of way to be in the normal days. And of course that it's in fact that's why we are or in a religion or we are spiritualist, to change our life, because we need this. I think the most of us needed to believe in something in order to improve ourselves. So I think yes, when we are in a religion or even we are not, it reflects in our way to live, to act. And this is the reason, in my opinion, that there are so many religions. Some of them it's very strict, because needed to do that, because some people need to follow some strict rules, because they cannot be free, because maybe can do bad things, like Leandro were saying. Even staying on the religion, they are one person in a church and another person outside of the church, but they need this kind of religion that needs more to be more strict in the life. And the others, you are more free to do things, but it's in fact because we are, in my opinion, of course, we are in a way to improve ourselves. I think everyone is doing this. So the religion or the faith, it has a big impact on this.
Yeah, and you, Chad, what do you think about this question?
Our culture are very deep about that. Not specifically just in Brazil, but in the majority countries in the world. It's very influential. The religion in general is very influential in the economy, in the lifestyle, in the governments, of course. So to be restrict, I think this is the reason some people is a little bit far of the religion, not about the faith, but to be connected is a chain. You are always connected, but without follow some rules, the restrictive rules. Is another time. Now is in the modern era. Is not so common see like in the past, who is not so easy. The people now have more information very quickly and in the hands. So for now it is the people now is looking for another possibilities, another ways to be good, and be free, and don't be restricted for all things. It's paid, to follow something.
You know what? I was about to share my opinion about this question, but now that you mentioned this point that things are changing, it seems like religions in general, I mean, not not all, but some of them are become more flexible. Otherwise, they're gonna be extinct. They're gonna be they will gone, because if you are not attractive to the young people, how can you survive? The old generations are passing away, and you are decreasing in size. Your community is shrinking, so we have seen a lot of changing out there. But on the other hand, we have some religions that continue. They keep doing their strict rules. They keep doing their tradition, following their traditions. And in regards of the question, I believe yes, I agree to some extent that religion is important here in Brazil. But all of us are in Brazil, right? Claudia is in Paraná and São Paulo. Okay. So when you compare our country with any Middle East country, we have a huge difference. Like we have a lot of Muslims and Jews, and we can see the way they dress, the way they act. They are more stronger or restricted in that terms. So yeah, I would say yes, it is important. It is change the way people act and dress, but not that much, just to some extent. You know what I mean? Something like yes, but if you go to any city, big city, let's say São Paulo or Curitiba or Florianopolis, you cannot tell the religion of most of the people. Okay, you see one Muslim here and there because they have a strong way to dress, right? A different, remarkable way to dress. But then you cannot tell someone is Lutheran, someone is a Catholic, someone is, I don't know, evangelic. But yeah, it's important, but not. It's something different here in the Western world comparing to the Eastern world. Okay. All right, let's move forward. Thiago, do you mind to now read and answer question number 3? You guys can notice that I'm always trying to do different things
Okay.
to escape that traditional read answer. Okay. And then you
Okay.
can call the next one. It can be myself, it can be Claudia to answer the question as well.
Okay, so number 3. Does what you believe change how you make big choices, like choosing a job or a place to live? Um, uh, Let me check. Does what you believe change how you make choices? So
Actually, it
yes,
makes no. I believe there's a typo in this question, right? Because
yeah,
makes no sense.
no
How-
sense. I try to. I thought about thinking, continuing thinking, but
No, actually, does what you believe change? Let's say you have your beliefs, right? So these
yeah,
beliefs can change how you make big choices. Now that makes a lot of more sense.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So of course, absolutely. So, and first of all, not specifically the religion, but some governments who is forbidding a religion, the people survive, sometimes, and their life is running out. For example, to escape, like North Korea, for example. But it's complex to say that, because the people who lives there, imagine some party who unify with the soul, for example, I think the people will be very disappointed or very sad, because imagine grow up with one idea, so you have this, you have that, and the world open is like a movie in your eyes, something, a lot of things to organize in your mind, in the mind. So yeah, I think the religion sometimes, or to live, or to looking for something abroad, is have a big change to happen.
can you call the next one?
Let's go, Claudia, please. The number 3.
Yeah, I think thinking about to live abroad is very complicated, and I don't know my answer about this because I've never thought about this. And but thinking about here, yeah, maybe it's very difficult because here in Brazil we are free, yeah. So
Quote unquote.
sorry.
Quote unquote. We are free.
Yeah, about the religion, because no one question you what your religion, or there is no any kind of I think injury, I don't remember, prejudice, yes.
Prejudice.
Usually
Actually,
it doesn't have here in Brazil. So I don't know about the job and about to change the place that I live. Related to this, to the religion, I think just we usually ask for God to guide our choices. Yeah, this is about faith, and then we can maybe to thinking better about things when we are focused on our faith and consider the best option. In this case, you are thinking on movie or not. But I don't know. I am not sure about my answer if it was here inside of Brazil.
nice. So I was wondering about what Thiago mentioned when you live in a dictatorship, like in North Korea. It seems that when you have a different organization within your own country, this can threat your power, your, let's say, I don't know the expression. I have a limited vocabulary on it, right? I know how to talk about technology. I don't know how to talk about culture, geography, and stuff like that. But it seems like, okay, you have to keep the control of the population. And when the population organize themselves, they can start questioning some things and they can start disobeying your laws, your strict laws. So it seems like you have less freedom, you have no free will when you live in a dictatorship. And the video that we have watched in the beginning of this conversation mentioned China as the most atheist or no religions country. But is that the true? I mean, a lot of people probably they have their religion, but they have fear to share. They have fear to say I am part of this community, I am part of this religion. So this is hard to know. And yeah, but when it comes to big choices like a job or place to live, of course, you won't be a Catholic or any Christian um, religion. You wouldn't be part of this and do something that do harm. Actually, there's no job that actually do harm to people, but let's say I have an example. When it comes to meat, when it comes to poultry, have you ever heard the expressions poultry, game, and when in regards of food? There's an expression. Let me research real quick. Poultry, game, and well, poultry is um, when you talk about the birds that we eat, like chicken, like turkey. We don't say birds, we say poultry. This is the culture of producing this kind of food, this kind of meals. And game refers to when you have to hutch, you know, when you have to hunt, like when you need to hunt, animals. So there's a Muslim tradition, a Muslim rule that yes, they can eat beef, then can eat poultry and game, but they have to be respectful with the animals in the time of producing, you know. I don't know the word, but there's in Portuguese is abate. At that moment, you need to have uh, a representative of the religion to make pray in order to follow the rules in this regard. So this is a job. Like you cannot be a Muslim and work in a place that doesn't follow these rules. You know what I mean? So yeah, I believe religion does change the way we make big choices, and you are not going to live in a country that is uh, that that where you don't have free will or where you don't have the freedom to leave your religion. You are going to choose a different place to live, right? Makes no sense if you go to a place when it's prohibited to do something that it's forbidden to do to leave your religion. So I believe yes, um, this can change what we believe can change how we make big choices in our life. Okay. I apologize for the convoluted answer, but it's hard to
Yeah, yes,
express
for sure.
myself.
It's very hard.
It's hard. I'm not a religious people. You know what? I was born and raised in a religion, Jehovah Witnesses, but and I believe this is we are going to talk about this in the next questions. But right now I have no religion, but I believe you have to do to other people what you would like to receive to yourself. So I don't do harm. I try to be honest. It's really hard these days, but I try to be honest. I try to don't make harm to anyone and to treat people the same way I would like to be treated. So that's my motto. Okay, let's move forward. Question number 4. Do you think science and religion can agree with each other, or are they always in a fight? And I like to answer this question. I believe yes, they can agree, and I can share with you guys an example. Have you ever heard about a man called Enéas, Dr. Enéas Carneiro?
Yeah, yeah.
He was a famous politician, but he was also a doctor, master degree, and he was uh, a really, how can I say? I forgot the word. Um, Diligent. So he was a scientist, he was a doctor, but he said once in an interview that he believes in God because it's impossible to believe that everything that we have out there was created by the occasional explosions, you know? So, um, giving this example, I can answer yes. At least I believe that religion and science can agree, but I know that it's really hard. Both of them are always trying to prove their points, and it's hard to found an equilibrium, to find a balance between these two big humanity, I would say, organizations. I believe it's not the best word, the more appropriate word, but yeah, I believe yes. What do you think, Thiago, about this question? Is that possible?
Is always a big discussion about it, always. But I think yes, is a perfect match. Like you mentioned there, Enes, I will mention another scientist, Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was the same. He made a lot of theories, but the people asked him, "Oh, do you believe in God?" And he said, "Yeah, yeah, because my theory is to prove the existence about the God, you know. So the creation, the all things is very organized. It always is is impossible this happening in a in a quickly event like oh nothing and now everything.
Yeah.
so So
Casually, we have a universe
yeah,
created.
okay, imagine it. So I agree completely. I had a moment in my life, a teenager moment. So I became atheist. Uh, yeah, after I frequently go, went to the church, and after this a child moment, I was in the church, grew up, and then my teenager I became atheist. But now I believe in God because I put one thing on my mind. Who is important to prove uh, the God exists or not. I prefer study or who the God create the all things. Not follow the religion, but the things who happen. So it's a big match. I prefer sometimes answer a scientist answer or a religion topic to make a plus. Not just to it is or that, but a plus. I prefer
Nice. And
anyway.
you, yeah.
I think they are already in agreement in some points, because there is already some treatments and the hospitals using the spirituality in order to treat some diseases, especially cancer. And so it's a match of science and religion. And there are many other articles about these. I remember one that they were making the atom disappear. It means the atom going to another dimension. It was a beginning of the explanation about the life after death, and because they were talking about another dimensions. And so I think, yes, we saw a lot about this. I am a spiritist, so we talk a lot about science. We talk a lot about articles, and we are used to think and ask about everything, ask answers about everything. So it's, for me, it's very clear. Yeah.
Nice. Let's move to I got a question. How old are you, Thiago? I forgot. I'm sorry.
25. 25.
Yeah, because you said, when I was a teenager, but you're so
It's
young.
17.
Yeah.
Calm. It's far, a little bit far. 10 years ago, I think. 25 to 17 to 15, so 15.
You're going to miss this time, believe me.
Oh, yes. For
Enjoy.
sure.
Yeah. And the time is so fast and continuing so fast is rolling. So I remember some things like yesterday, but imagine it, the time it doesn't stop for nothing.
And it's funny because you are 25 years old,
Yeah.
and there's a meme, there's something that they are asking their birthday for everybody. Oh, I was born in 2004, 2010, and then I was born in 19. Wow, a dinosaur
Yeah.
pops up. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this meme. Amazing.
All right. Let's move forward. Okay, I'm getting old. Question number 5. Do most people choose their fate, or do they just follow what their parents believe? And that question is in regards of I was mentioning something like, yes, I believe a lot of people doesn't have choice when they are young. But then as they grow up, some of them have the options. They can face the consequences, of course. But what do you think, Thiago, about this question?
Uh, I I would say my example as well. I I grew up in a church, in an evangelic church, since I was 40 years old, and stopped to go um, in I was 11 or 12. In this age, I started use more internet. You know, the computer came to my home. My mom bring my family to a computer, so was a moment where I looking for in church a lot, and finds a lot of answers for questions who I never ever asked in my mind before, because in the church I remember that a lot was very easy to answer, but sometimes the proxy show me the is another way. Is another way. Of course, I'm not here to punish no one, but I think now the is more mature to my idea about the religion, and I prefer, I would rather stay in my space, believing in God, and respect for all things, like you told you. I bring us my good energy to receive good energy as well. I believe in this boomerang.
It's
And
something
you?
like you don't need to be part of a, an institution
Yeah,
to 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 be spiritual or to respect or to believe in something, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, it's something like we were talking about in the beginning of this conversation. And you, Claudia, what do you think?
Oh, considering here, Brazil, I think the people, when they grow up, they are free to choose another religion. It's so important to kids, I think, to to have a religion or a faith, or to be um, taught when they are young about this, and it's very important. And but after, when they are adults, they can change. There are, like Leandro said, there are many of them, and that you cannot choose because it's very restricted. And but as I think here in Brazil, we are free. Again, yeah, but we say this the most part of people we share our lives and that we know. And I believe this.
Yeah, it's more flexible now.
Yeah,
Nowadays,
yeah.
more
Here in
flexible.
Brazil, yeah, here in
Yeah,
Brazil.
in Brazil, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
At least we have internet right now, so if our local community doesn't accept us, we can talk with different people, right? But
yeah,
in the past, like 2 or 3 decades ago, I believe it was harder than today.
yeah. I agree.
And I believe there's no question about it, but
That
I'd like to mention something. I'm sorry, Thiago.
sorry.
Okay,
Continue.
so uh, what I hate more in religious people is when they outsource their guilt or their responsibilities. Something like, okay, I have failed because God wanted. Hmm. Let's how can I say this? Leave these to God decides.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Like
Yeah,
you are not responsible for your own acts or your actions. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I want a new job and God will provide. Yes, God will provide you the faith, the strength to wake up early and go go to the
yeah,
street to find this new job. You know what I mean? It's not
yeah,
it-
yeah,
it's not that you stay on in your sofa the entire day and then God will
yeah,
provide you with a new job. I believe yes, sometimes we don't have explanation to most of our questions, mainly when we have good people suffering. Okay, it's easier to think, okay, this have a purpose, or these people is is being accepted by something bigger than us. Yeah, I agree, but I disagree when we start outsourcing everything to to the Holy Spirit, you know what I mean, or to God or to Jesus Christ. That's my biggest problem with religion nowadays. I don't know if you agree with me, Claudia, or
Yes, for sure. People are used to outsource all things that happen to God or to the other people, or for husband, for wife, or for kids. So unfortunately, this is I think the big cause of mental diseases nowadays. And this is a big problem because we are always find someone to be guilty instead of our choices and our style of life, or it's usually our fault, but we always blame someone else, and also God. Yes, poor God. Oh my gosh. And I agree with you. Yes.
something like there's no accountability.
Yeah.
Okay, so if something good has happened, yeah, it was my action, the result of my action. It's something bad, oh yeah, it was God intervening.
Yeah.
And what do you think, Thiago?
I agree completely. The people confuse a lot. God is not a genie in the bottle. God is a energy. I don't have explanation for God. I don't have words to describe, But the things taught Jesus or the God is a genie in the bottom. So I have my wishes. I hope everything stay well by God, but some and waiting for the energy, but don't start for nothing. It's very easy to put this responsibility out of your way, because I don't know, it's to go to the bed very very good, to rest more easy. I don't know why, but the I don't like this energy to attract. Of course, always you need to prepare their self to grow up, not about just the job or the life or the study. You need to provide you to keeping growing and building the to receive the good things, because you need to bring good things as well and prepare himself to this.
It's something like at the end of the day, we need, if we are going to be 100% logic,
Yeah,
you are going nuts. It's impossible. Some things there's no explanation. Some things there's no answer. So
yeah,
if you believe in God and you try to do your best, you try to do the good to people out there, you try to help as much as you can. You can help with, if you don't do anything bad, you are helping a lot, right? So if you live that way, it's easier to accept and easier to understand that we have less than one century here to spend. Like I have nothing more than 50 years being being optimistic in this
yeah,
earth. So we are building houses that other people are going to live. We are, of course, we are buying stuff. We are buying cars that, cars. It's some a way to say that, but we are worried about stuff that won't be here forever.
yeah,
So why don't we start thinking of people and living and see our kids growing, at least in my case. And yeah, that's at the end of the day,
yeah.
that's the important thing, right?
It's like to learn a new language, for example. Oh God, in a pray, imagine a prayer, pray. Oh God, please, I want to speak in English, but you start for what? So you started, so you need start for because it's not download. download. English is available to download in my mind, and now I speak. No, you need practice. You need this immersion, for example. So
I'm sorry, Thiago, you look like Myro Vergara. Do you remember this guy?
sorry.
Myro
Yeah.
Vergara. I've
Yeah.
never heard. You look like him. And I remember right now, I remember I never have attended to any course of him, but I remember once he said in an ad, "Hey, how many hours do you dedicate yourself to something that you want to become good?" It's not
Yeah,
just to pray and ask, "Hey, please, I want to
yeah,
speak." No, you have to
yeah.
spend a lot of time, 10,000
Yeah.
hours to
And
before
constantly,
becoming.
and in this
Yeah,
constance, no. Oh, for
yeah.
example, here in Talk and Talk, I made a target. 1 hour, 1 hour is a minimum per day. But sometimes, I think Monday 2 hours, Tuesday 1 hour, today I gonna be 2 hours again because today and after as well. And the week I'm building this constance here in the immersion, but I continue in the back. For example, my cell phone in English, my computer in English, my consume entertainment all in English. So it's important to be very into of the whatever the language you are learning or something you like so much to follow is
You know
about
what?
all
My notes are in English for more than three
amazing.
years. So we are leaving the language.
Yeah, it's important. It's important.
Yeah. And you, Claudia, you are so uh, in silence. We
No, I'm
don't.
just here. When Thiago is saying about this, I was thinking that it's about the language, and it's always what you need to do here for all things that you want. It's not only pray and waiting God. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to be here in earth just to ask to God and just wait. So it's not an improvement for anyone. And I was thinking about this. So we need to do what we have here to do, when we are here for some reason, yeah, and you need to do the best we can do, especially in our improvement, because it's only this that we can take with us when we die. And then this should be the most important thing in our life, because we will not take anything else for sure. In what you believe, it should be like this, yeah.
You remember,
And
there's a Portuguese saying that there's no drawer in a coffin. Não tem gaveta no caixão. Something like
yes,
that. I was
Okay.
I was free translating. I believe makes no sense, and
yeah,
they probably
yes.
have a different.
People needs to think more about this, and independent on the religion, we need to be a better person every day. And as you said, if we don't do anything bad, we already are being good for certain. But if we can do good things, because it's the most important treasure that we can take with us.
If you are not hurting anyone else, we are in a good shape, right? All right. All right. So we have no time left. It was an amazing conversation. I appreciate you, Claudia and Thiago, came here tonight. So let's wrap this up. I hope you can participate next week as well. So have a good one. Nice to meet you, and bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Nice
See
to meet you too.
you.
Bye bye,
Thanks so
Thiago.
much.